So I know that this is a very different type of content from what we have previously done, and it might seem like it's coming out of nowhere, but with the release of Street Fighter V Arcade Edition about a week ago and the new Dragon Ball Fighter game coming out in less than a week, I wanted to talk about my experience in fighting games and my struggles with them. I've always been obsessed with fighting games. Since I was a kid playing Street Fighter with my dad, I have been in love with the idea of becoming a god through skill and calculated split second decisions. The thrill of watching two skilled players try and outthink each other as their characters went from combo to combo was too much for my tiny mind to handle. Of course, after absorbing all of this, the only thing I could do was try it for myself. The first game of choice was Street Fighter 4. I fell in love with some of those characters, even though I had no backstory or context for any of them. Their designs alone were enough for me to latch onto, and I found myself playing hour after hour of the game, just in training mode. I could never really pull off any special moves, but when I did, I felt a rush of pride and excitement at seeing like Ryu throw a Hadoken for the first time, or Zangief just throw the opponent like a rag doll. Most of the time, however, I just button mashed and stuck to easy AI opponents. One day after weeks of that, though, I mustered up the courage to go online and try my first match against a real person. I ran in with Ryu and was instantly bodied, the opponent getting two perfects against me without me even being able to so much as try and hit them. From this, I learned that button mashing wasn't enough, but I felt so utterly demoralized I just put down Street Fighter 4 forever. Years later, I purchased Injustice Gods Among Us. I was wary of my last experience with fighting games, but I loved DC Comics and I loved the idea of the story teased in all the trailers. I played and beat the story mode in one night, not sleeping as I tried and tried again to beat the game on just normal. After going through the story, I needed more, so I started fighting easy AI in training. I fell in love with Deathstroke and learned all of his moves. I thought to myself, I should try online again. This time I know more than just button mashing. I can win. So I went online, and for my first match, I was greeted by Bane. The match starts and I get the first hit in. I was so overjoyed. But then that was the only hit I got, and I never picked up the game again after being bodied a second time. After all that time and practice spent memorizing and performing Deathstroke's moves, I had never thought when I should use them in a fight. What I'm trying to get at is there is a skill wall when it comes to fighting games. In Street Fighter 4, I just scratched at the wall. In Injustice, I probably only found a loose stone in the wall, but I was never able to climb it or break through it. The same process of me failing at those fighting games has happened time and time again, I couldn't break through the wall. I've blamed myself, and I've blamed my controller, or that I never had a fight stick to use, but I've never been able to so much as see the top of the wall. Despite all this, I still love fighting games. I love their characters, I love their style, and I love watching people play them. I've accepted that I will never be good at them, but that doesn't change my love for them. Every now and again, I'll think to myself, I can try again, and I'll buy the next big game, and this time I'll climb the wall, and someday maybe I will. But for now, I just enjoy them, and I just enjoy watching people play them. This video isn't trying to prove a point or discuss the skill wall in fighting games. I just really felt like talking about my love for them, despite my experiences. So if anyone ever feels down about being bad at them or thinks that they are alone at the bottom of the wall, know that I'm there with you, and that maybe someday we can make it to the top together. Hey guys, thanks for listening to me ramble a little bit. I'd love to start a discussion about this in the chat, so feel free to comment your thoughts on the video, and if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Thank you.